Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be ranking all devil fruits in GPO on 3 categories: PvP, grinding, and dungeons. So let's get into it. Alright, for the first category, I'm going to go with PvP, and the best fruit for PvP is Sushi. Reasons for Sushi and why it is the best is because it has a lot of pretty broken moves. You know, it obviously has that meteor move, and you know, if you combo someone in their hit back, you use that one, and I think it block breaks, I don't know, but it's pretty broken. And you know, if you hit them with the meteor, you can use the pull move, pull them in, and then use the like gravity thing to push them down. So there's a lot of OP combos you can use with Sushi, and that's why I say it is the best. I mean, it's pretty obvious if you go look at any PvPers using Sushi. It's really busted and just has a lot of great moves. Okay, and for the second best in PvP, this may be a little controversial. I'm gonna go with Quake. Now, the reason I say Quake or Goro is because it has some really good moves, and if you have good aim, you can do some massive damage with Btw and Goro. And you know, if you have Goro, I think, and Btw, you have that like triple like slam down slash thing, and that's why I say it's pretty broken, because the moves, you know, the ult, you can't really dodge that, not much you can do. The like normal move where it like throws a Quake ball, that one's pretty busted, and the grab move is insane. There's a block break, it's pretty busted. But on to the third best, and I'm gonna go with Goro as the third best. Now, to be honest, I hate Goro. If you're a Goro user, I don't really like you, just because Goro is terribly busted. It is, God, if you're good with Goro and Mink, it's insane. Like, I've never won against a Goro user ever, and probably can't. And Goro has the that one move that like throws the dragon, right? That's like the move where you hit someone when they're back, and then it also has a move just like that. It has like a flame pillar move too, but you know, with lightning, and it has like a teleport thing, like the one sword style move, and like if you're up close to someone, you can combo them like that. It's very broken. And the ult, you know, it's like the Mira ult, but it's still decent, I guess. But Goro is just really busted. And then for the fourth position, I have Light. Light is just all around a really solid PvP fruit. It's, you know, I'd say the best moves are the X, the mirror move, which is, you know, it's pretty good, and then especially the light beam or whatever, the R move, where, you know, it's or light kick, like that's what it is. Light kick is really good. You know, again, if someone falls back, you use that. It's really good, and you know, it just has decent moves and pretty good damage. And so on to the next one, I have Mira. I maybe should have put that up a little bit more, but I just think, you know, it's really like there's only, I'd say, like 2 or so good moves. Like, you know, the flight is, I guess, kind of good, but it uses a lot of stamina. Fireflies is kind of good, but you can block it. And the flame pillar is probably the best move, and it's just pretty good. And the ult is pretty trash. You know, it does decent damage, so yeah. Alright, for the next one, I have Bari, and oh my god, Bari it's really good. Like, I've seen a lot of really good people use Bari and destroy with Bari. There's a lot of good moves, and if you're good at sword styles, you can use Bari to your advantage, because you can trap people and then you can hit them. Then you can use the spikes, the stairs, and the push away. It's pretty good. And then for the next one, we have Tori. Tori is just like, you know, it can heal. It's annoying. And you can do M1s, and you can fly around and like heal and stuff. There's that one move that you can use in your full form. It's like a barrage or whatever, and that's pretty good. I think it's pretty solid for PvP. Not the best, but it's still pretty decent. And for the next one, I have Hiei. Hiei's just like, you know, it's just not really that good. Like, honestly, I would just eat a Bari at that point, because Hiei isn't the best for PvP. It's just not really that great. And yeah, it's just And then next I have Magu. Magu's just like, there's two moves you can use that are blockable, and then there's the magma pool move, but that barely ever works. Like, people can just jump out easily, so it's not really good. And then I have Bomu. You know, Bomu it's actually pretty good, but it's really hard, and it's still not really good. And then I have Miro. Miro's pretty trash for PvP. It can stun people, but that's pretty much it. Okay, on to the second category, which is grinding. Okay, for the best fruit, I have Magu. Magu does the most damage out of any fruit in the game. It has really good moves: the magma pool, the magma hound, the magma fist. The ult is really good for bosses and NPCs if you want to use it that way, and especially magma swamp. All of the moves are very useful and do a ton of damage. So if you have Magu, you're not max level, you're in luck. Okay, and then I have Pika. Pika it just does a lot of damage, and it has pretty good moves, especially for like individually, like bosses, and like killing opponents or NPCs one-on-one. So Pika, second best. It's really good, does damage, and it's Logia. Okay, for the next one, I have Tori. Tori, you know, you can heal in full form. It has really good moves, really good M1s. You can heal, which is really good. You can heal your teammates. You can stay flying so you don't get hit. And it has that barrage move, has good M1 damage, and it has some other moves. And then I have Goro. You know, Goro, it's not really like a good grinding fruit, but it's still a Logia, and it still does really good damage, and it still has a lot of good moves. But it's just not like up there with a lot of the other ones, but it's still really good. So if you have it, that's, you know, it's good. Goro is good. And then for the next one, we have Sushi. It doesn't really have that many moves that can be useful for like killing multiple NPCs at once, which is very helpful. So that's why I say it's kind of low, just because it's not really that great, you know, it's just not really that good. And then after that, I have Hiei. Now, Hiei does freeze the enemy, I guess, but like, its moves are just kind of meh. Like, they're not really big, takes a long time, doesn't do much damage, so that's why I put it here. And then I have Quake. Quake is down here because it's not a Logia, and its moves are just eh. Like the grab move, you know, it's pretty good, but it can only do one person. And then, you know, it's all really good, but I don't think it can like one-shot the NPCs. And then it has that one move, where it like goes up and comes down, and it's pretty big damage, pretty big AoE, but it's not a Logia. It's not that great. Then for the next one, I have Bomu. Bomu is, you know, it's Bomu. It has couple moves that are good, but you know, it's just not that great. Then I have Bari. I mean, Bari's still just, you know, it's a Bari in the end. It's just not that great. And then I have Mira as last, just because, you know, it can stun people, but it doesn't do like damage at all. Okay, and for the third and final category, I have dungeons. Okay, for the best fruit in dungeons, I have Pika. It used to be Magu, but now there's a new strategy to kill the bosses where you go into the golden temple thing and you can light ray them and like one-shot them. So that's pretty OP. Hold the moves really long, and it does a lot of damage, so you can always one-shot it. And so it's just a very, very solid fruit. And then for number 2 we have Magu. You know, this is pretty obvious. The 2 moves can one-shot, can do bosses pretty easily, but that's why I put Pika up, because it does bosses so fast. And Magu does tons of damage, so you're always one-shotting and you're killing the bosses pretty fast. Has really good moves, so yeah. Then for the next one I have Mira. And the reason I say Mira is because you can use flight and then gather them all and then just one-shot them, so you don't need to like worry about falling into the NPCs, and you can just fly up to where they can't hit you. So I think that's pretty OP, and Mira is just a really good fruit for bosses especially. Then I have Tori. Tori can solo dungeons, which is pretty good. It has heal, so if you ever get hit, you can heal. It has full form, which makes you be able to fly, which is really helpful. And you know, you just fly up, wait for them to gather, use the barrage. So pretty easy, pretty simple. And then for the next one I have Goro. Now Goro can, you know, you can go up, you can hold, and it does really good damage. You can probably solo, but it'll take a while because of the bosses. But you know, it goes up, you can hold the move, so that's pretty cool. Then for the next one I have Hiei. I'm pretty sure there's a hold move for Hiei where you can hold it down, or yeah, there is, but you know, I don't put it any up further just because, you know, it doesn't deal incredible damage, and it's just kind of, you know, it's meh, but it still gets the job done. So yeah. And then I have Sushi. Sushi only has 1 move that's pretty good, so you know, it's the meteor, and it just doesn't do much, so it's meh. And then I have Quake. Quake is an Logia, so it's kind of meh, and it only has 1, maybe 2 moves that are really good, so you know, it's just, in the end, it's not really good. Then I have Bomu. There is a way to solo dungeons with Bomu, but it's really hard, so you know, not that good. Then I have Bari. You know, Bari doesn't have any good moves for dungeons. I mean, there was a way to like do dungeons with Bari with a bunch of people, but you know, it's all about soloing dungeons now. And then I have Mira. Mira would be very trash, very, very trash. Okay, so that's about it. If you want to complain to me, oh well, this should be there, oh well, that should be there, by all means, go for it. I'm not an expert in fruits, so you know, but yeah, that'll be it for the video. See you in the next one.